Hello, thank you for joining Raspberry PKR Tutorials. I'm Martin Parker, and in this video we're going to continue with the web scrape from my last video in the other playlist for my Python 3 tutorials. And if you've not seen that one as an introductory for web scraping, I will put a link up here at the top of this video here. But in this video, to do with the playlist for my home heating control system, I'm going to be implementing the scraping of the sunset and the sunrise times. Okay, so here is the quick scraper that I created. So if I make this run, it will get the information giving the sunrise was at 3 minutes past 8 and will set at 15:48. So that was a very straightforward introductory to web scraping, but now I want to put this into the code for my home heating and security control. So let us open up the house.py file, and what I'm going to do is make that full screen, and I don't need the times here, but I'm going to grab all of this, copy that, and in the main file I need to import my libraries. Now I've already got requests down here, so I need to get the beautiful soup into it. So from BS4 import beautiful soup. So there we go, that's there. And now what I want to do is, now like I said in the previous video, I have it set in my house settings file that I pull in here. So I've got settings in there for sunrise and sunset. Now if I go to the function for my show time here, if it's the time now is to the sunset time, then dark means true, and then when an external passive triggers through the GPIOs, and basically if it's movement that's outside and it is dark is true, my outside lights will come on. When it's morning, it turns to false, and the lights don't come on if there's movement. So basically I want to change these from being set, that are currently set in as sunset is 1600 hours and sunrise is set to 700 hours as a 24-hour format. So what I want to do is, with doing that web scraping, the whole purpose of doing that to get the sunset and sunrise times was to implement it into this project. So let us go down here and let's create a new thread. We've already got quite a few threads. That's for the voice, so let's go underneath here and we'll call this sun thread. So that is equal to threading dot thread, and the target will be and we'll call this sun scrape. So we'll call it the same sort of thing as we did for the actual well, that was sun scraper was the video Python script that I did, so we'll call this sun scrape. No, we'll call it sun scraper actually. So there we go, and then we want to dot start the actual thread. So I want to go back up, and we can do it here. We'll put it underneath the display image. It doesn't particularly matter where the function goes. So define sun scraper. We don't need to pass anything into it, but we're going to work with global variable. So we've got sun rise and we've got sun set, and basically what we copied in that other Python script, I'm going to Control V and paste that in. So we're working with that website. I'm just going to highlight all this, shift it over and get rid of some white space area. There we go. So what this is happening here is when that thread starts, it will run this function. But what I want to do is I want to keep this running. Just like I have done in other functions, if I go up to, there you go, this is to do with my rear sensor. So while true, so I'm going to put this into a loop, and rather than checking constantly, I'm going to check once a week. We'll go with once a week. We don't necessarily need to do it every day, every minute, etc. So while true, and now because I've got that while true, let us shift that over again, and now we've got them working. Now I want to time dot sleep, but how long do I want to do it for? So how many seconds is in, say, a week? So there's obviously 60 minutes, 60 seconds in an hour, in a minute, sorry, times 60 minutes in an actual hour, and there is 24 hours in a day, and if we times that by 7, we get 604,800 seconds. Okay, so because we are doing this as a thread, this won't cause a problem for our graphical user interface. 604,800. So 604,800. If this wasn't in a thread and this was running as part of in the actual GUI, nobody will be able to make anything work for 7 days. As silly as it sounds, but that is how it is. So once every week this will check through, it'll scrape, it will get the appropriate information, it'll work through the website, and we will set these two variables, and they will update in regards to the display function, which works with the sunrise and the sunset times to determine if it is dark enough outside. So if it's the sunset time passed, then it is obviously dark. But what I'm going to do is, because this is a website, I don't want it to crash, so I'm going to pop this into a try loop. So I'm just going to shift all this lot over once more, and we will just put a simple accept, and we don't really need to do anything, so we're not going to worry about it. I have got some accept where I'm just passing, which I'm going to do in this one, but in a future video I'm going to create a log, so if there's any issues it then logs it, or I could get it to send me an email saying, well, there's an issue with this, so I could be anywhere at work or whichever, and I could find out there's a problem and then deal with it when I get home. So I'll just leave it for pass for now, because the website is working. I know this code works because I've tried it in the other code up here, which we don't need now. So there we go. And if I SSH into my other Pi, and we're 192.168.0.7, and if I enter the password, and if I go into the correct directory, and if I cat out, I'm not going to give you all my settings because that would be crazy, and then if I pipe that through grep, and I want to spell grep correctly, otherwise it won't work, and I want to get the sunset, I can't spell, sunset, and there we go. So that is the time that it's set for. If I press up and change that to sunrise, and there we go. So there's the times that it's set to as default, but when this script starts running, they will update. Well, this should update the first time as soon as it runs, so these kind of won't be relevant within seconds, I guess. So there we go. So that's sorted, and if I exit that, because I don't need that. Right. I can't test this now because I don't have everything on this laptop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to SFTP, and I'm going to go into the Pi 192.0.17, and enter the password again. Whoops, I was in the wrong directory. I want to CD desktop and new. Right, now I'm in the correct directory. And I haven't saved this, have I yet? Because there's a star there. So let me Control S. So that should be good. Cool. Right. Right. SFTP pi at this last command. I don't really need to write it all out. CD down to right. So if I put, so I'm going to upload my house.py into there, and keeping the same name, house.py. There we go, that's uploaded. Now if I exit this, and now I need to SSH back into the Pi so I can kill my current system. In fact, before I do that, I know the heating is on because I can feel the heat from the radiator. So let's just view the actual system as it currently is and see what temperature it's set to. So it's set to 23. So the heating isn't actually running at the moment because it's 23.1 degrees. So why did I close that? Wrong window. Never mind. SSH pi at, whoops. Oh dear. Don't need to do that on top. There we go. Kill 11698. That should be enough. And exit that because I don't need that now. This should, the time's obviously stopped, and it will refresh in a moment. There we go. Cool. And now if I start my Python IDLE, that new, well, the new version I should say, should start running as soon as I click there. There we go. And let's put the heating back to where it were. Whoops. Right, so there we go. That is implemented. I've got no way to actually check if it has done it, but I'm pretty sure it will have done it. And yeah, so I guess that's it for this video. If you found it interesting, if you've liked it in any way, please click that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and you'll get some more videos like this coming up. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.